Getaway. This is one that Chris kind of started off with musically.
Yes. Okay. So the Getaway was one of those days where you're trying to come up with something and failing.
Yes.
And it's really upsetting when that happens. I'm sure we all know how that feels. I just turned off the computer, just turned everything off, and I'd just been left with a mini Moog switched on. And came up with the riff at the beginning of the song. It's a little bit of noise modulation on the pitch and the filter, and I just really liked the sound of it. It sounded a little bit old and unstable and pleasant. And then Bree came into the room, and what happened next?
Well, if you hit play, I scribbled down some words immediately because it just had such a great presence to it. This thing that Chris had made, it took me immediately, like, I get quite a synesthetic thing with music, and so does Chris, but it really took me to this very specific place from sort of my early teens, being stuck in suburbia and sort of those depressing sort of places where every house is the same and endless cul-de-sacs, and they're very flat. I get a bit weirded out by flat places. Anyway, I had this sort of feeling, but then the feeling of being released from that place and escaping and spreading your wings and moving on. So I quickly scribbled down some rough words, which you can see here, and then I iterated on those and kind of made them fit the structure of the song a bit. And then we recorded them, and that was that. It doesn't always happen like that, but nearly always when a song comes together that quickly, it's a good one. So we were very lucky.
Yeah, it was very quick, and as you can see from the drawings, the little sketches there, it's got guitar on it.
Yeah,
what the hell?
That's Chris holding the guitar.
Weird.
So yeah, he recorded a guitar part. As you see, I've drawn all the vibration lines there, and I immediately started storyboarding ideas for what I envisaged for this video, thinking about places that we could record it around us in New Haven. And then I kind of wrote this shot list, and we decided to give it a go. If you cut back to us, I'll share. Okay. I got this selfie stick off eBay. It's wonderful because it's super compact, and you can actually fold it out. And it's like this, extendable. And it's got a light on it even for beauty effects, but don't really need that. But yeah, if you're interested, just grab it off of something like that off of eBay. I think it was only £5. Multifunctional bracket, burning youth, lighting memories. That's what it says poetically.
BOOcast is not sponsored by any companies.
No.
BOOcast is for entertainment purposes only.
It's generic. But while we were waiting for that to arrive, I thought, how can I put together all these images? And I just want to check I've got the right idea. So I created an animatic using photos purely off Google Earth and Google Street View. So I wanted to do this kind of zoom down from above. And then these are all locations nearby us. And I got this sort of silhouette walking through. And I wanted the locations to sort of change to slowly become more free, more natural, and more elevated as it went on into the sky, literally into the sky.
Right. Where did you get that walking figure from?
I think if you type in like anything chroma or anything green screen into YouTube, you'll find it. And I think I probably just typed lady walking chroma key and just downloaded something that I could use for reference.
Nice tip.
This is not something you would do if you were, releasing it or anything, but for constructing an animatic like this, it's really useful.
Right. It really works. So it's really helpful to get the idea, actually visually what you're
one of the things that I still underestimate when we're making a music video is how long it is. It's quite a lot of time to fill, and understanding the structure of the song and how the video follows that structure and how the story progresses through that time is really important to understand. You kind of need to know how much footage you need for each part all the way through.
So what was the next stage?
Next stage was filming. So we picked up the selfie stick, which we got, attached the camera to it, which you can see in some production stills we have here. And yeah, we just started walking from our house. Oh, I'll stop speaking for a second. I don't know if you can hear. I'm quietly singing in this. And it's because we didn't play with backing or anything.
There's no playback, so Bridget's basically remembering
Yeah, I was just, the playback was in my head.
the tempo of the song and just going on. Did
I
you
was
have
kind of
to
just
fix
singing.
that at any stage?
Mostly it was pretty spot on, but luckily After Effects has a really handy feature called time remap, so I was able to stretch and shrink a little bit where needed. But if you do that too much, you'll see the frame rate reduce, so there's not a lot of leeway.
Okay, thanks for that. So
Yeah.
now, what's this? What are we looking at now? That's just you filming.
Yeah, you can hit play. I think it's gone a bit dark. Yeah,
Here's
there
how
it
to
is.
make a top-notch pop video.
Yeah, so I mean, it's basically just selfie filming all the way through it. And we were really lucky. The lighting was stunning on this just afternoon after work one day.
There's one of the gun emplacements on New Haven on the cliff top. So we were defending ourselves, defending Britain's shoreline. Well, I wasn't,
with
but
great synth pop.
Yes.
So yeah, we filmed all of this, and ended up in the clouds just as we wanted. And when we got the footage back, I thought, oh no, it's no good. It's really bouncy. It's wobbling all over the place. It looks terrible. We can't use this. It doesn't look professional. So I went and did some research and was like, we need a proper gimbal that will stabilize the phone while it's filming. I'll just paste a link into the chat of the one that we ended up buying. However, Chris was reluctant to get rid of all the footage that we'd shot, rightly so, because it seemed like the lighting was really nice. We had everything we needed. So I was
just
like,
the right amount of bleacity,
yes.
or whatever the noun for bleakness
Yeah,
is.
it is bleacity, I believe. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought that was a made-up word.
Oh, maybe I think it's real because you've just said it so many times and I believed you.
It's a word.
Well,
Bleacity.
the bleacity was just right. And I was like, oh, I'll try. There's stabilization in post, but it will look weird. But I did it, and it looked fine. I was like, hooray! It's done. It's all there.
Yeah.
So we just edited it all together. It's got no effects really on this one, just a little bit of light leak at the end, and that was it, end to end. Much like with Service Economy, it was quite quick from start to finish. But we can talk about more complicated ones later.
Pretty lucky there, actually, when things go quick. It's always a joy.
Yeah.